Teaching to the Tactics is back in the action. I know, it's been a minute, right? Since we've seen Teaching Tactics, and also since we've seen Cryle in in anybody's matches. Anybody play Cryle anymore? Yes? No? Maybe so? I highly doubt it. There's a lot of disdain for this character for good reasons. She's got historical context. Let's just leave it at that. Ooh, potency issues. Potency issues. But I personally have always found ways to use her despite her obvious flaws. Her job on this team is gonna be assisting Queena's bombs with her own bombs, not recovering Brave because as we just saw, I'm getting like zeros, so it's kind of useless. And we've got Rex's preemptive strike, which is gonna be assisting us even more. So to be honest, I could probably just sit, hold on. That's a cup of water. That's me sitting back and doing nothing because this is called off-turn composition. There is something I must bring to light, if it isn't obvious enough. Trying to keep her buffs up ooh, calm down. I'm in a good mood today, but trying to maintain these buffs is one of the stupidest things. It's like she starts with an unviable number over her head and you gotta keep putting it back on to get half decent. She has instant turn rate on skill 1, high turn rate on skill 2, and the LD can also move her. So half the time you're just putting stuff back on and can't really focus on the fight. When I said historical context, yes, there's a lot that goes with it. But being me, I'm gonna find a way to get around pretty much everything. Like I said, it's about the objective. Now let's see, by the time this match ends, we're gonna be getting around 40 million off turn at max HP damage bonus percent. And the boss just got cancelled. Like he just put up a Twitter post. Recovering 80% of health like it was a good idea. That's something to get canceled for. Would you guys agree? 80% healing for no reason? Definitely cancel territory. Thing about Queena is we have options. I could sit here and echo, which is what I am gonna do. But I can't help but feel a little off about doing this. I don't usually do this. What I do is the second I get access to pressing Cook, which is what every single Queena user should do, press the button. It hits stupid hard and you only have, 5 turns? Shortest BT in the game. And I wasted 1 on Echo. Doesn't feel great. And also doesn't look great. The amount of damage we're missing out on is crazy. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Since Cryle doesn't have FR Echo, she is a victim of the earliest FR, which isn't even viable to use. But it's all good. We have a Queena. Queena's on the team. You can't mess up. It always works out. Hey, just keep on. The second he gets a turn, you know what's coming. Okay, turn rate? Maybe? I didn't check. No, perfect. I would not want that to get in the way of them taking turns and then getting zapped and then clap-trapped. Yes, we want to see that. We want to see more of those. 10, that's good. 10 million. I told you Cryle has some nice aspects, even though the cons are pretty up there with the pros. Balanced as everything should be, or maybe some unbalanced could be helpful. Everybody else is. Speaking of which, yes, I did just chunk all of that from one Queena hit. just feeling kind of trappy today. Minwoo, Beatrix, Deuce. Now let's go over the objective. Nuke the boss with traps. Yes. It's very much possible. Super easy. Now, on the off chance I do get smacked in the face with that extremely large sword, it's probably gonna happen, let's be honest. We don't exactly have, what do you call it? Turn control. We don't. We have defense, we have HP overflow, and we have brave maintenance. So I'm gonna play to my strengths and keep the defense up and eat a hit if I have to take it, which might be during the start of force time. Oh yes, going in super early. This ain't Chaos. This ain't Lufenia. This is Shinryu. When you start, go in. Achievement unlocked. Follow-ups. Yes, I was not kidding when I said nearly every character is just a follow-up because they can't really keep up with the heavy hitters and BT phases. Okay, Minwoo, bringing out the Zatch Bell book because we know who's got the power. I've got a few options here. I could scale up very slowly and inefficiently by using Minwoo's FR, or I could press Beatrix's and get, slightly better, or I could press Deuce's and leave the boss in pieces. I think I'm going to go with, yes, this one, as we can see. It is the best option. Obviously, you do have to weigh your options, and in this case, I'm gonna go with this one. In most cases, I probably would, regardless of the situation. Look, I've had to play Minwoo for a very long time without his BT. I think I've had enough of his FR for one lifetime. I'm just gonna put it that way. It's not bad, it just needs some adjustments, that's all. It's a very long-winded process, or as I used to say, Regigigas syndrome. Ooh, 105 right there. See? Oh my, let's just count the numbers. 1 and a 2. I'm using an alternative method here called struggling. Now, the struggle method is to press FR after your FR ends because you are lacking in the echo department. I'm looking at you, Minwoo. I see you. But I see that you don't have force echo. That is a problem. There is a solution though. This is pretty new. Now, once this gets off the screen, come on, wipe, please. That's right, bring out the Windex. 326. Now we have this HP damage bonus carryover, which is pretty new to the game. Now what this means is that amount of damage is going to be factored into our base damage. As we can see, that 5.4 million is pretty heavy. Now there weren't many characters that could get that high without this system. If memory serves correct, only a few, like Aranea could do it, Jack could do it, a few others with specific team compositions, that is. Best part about it is we started at that 326 and just scaled up. Look at the results. Now characters like Minwoo, without FR Echo, this makes him even more of a monster because he doesn't have to worry about that Regigigas syndrome I was referring to earlier. He can get right into the mix. That's exactly, see how much better it is when you're not bound to force time in order to do damage? It feels like you can actually play the game. I know. Oh, it's over. Now we got 343. Oh my god. Oh yeah, this scales off of force enhancement points. We're going from 0 to 50. 50 is pretty new. And he's down. Down for the count. This will be the last one. I'm doing a little too much. Me and my crazy ideas. Oh, let's have 3 different teams and up to 9 different characters, 8 or 9 different characters per teaching tactics. Yup, that was the plan. And it has been simplified thanks to the HP bonus carryover, which I should go a little more in depth about. Some units can currently go up to 50 enhancement points. The rest of them are kind of locked at 30. It's probably going to be a workable system, even though it kind of sucks to get more enhancement board points when the struggle was already real. Yes, it's as real as stepping on a Lego and your whole body just folds like an origami project. But I think it's somewhat manageable. Having some bonus after FR time ends is a step in the right direction, even though that step should have been taken like a year ago, you know? It's called paying attention. Situations such as this one, I could either race them to FR or just avoid doing that altogether, because even if I do beat them, I still have to press my BTs and get set up. So chances are they're probably gonna beat me to the 100%, and we know what that means. Most of the time, you're gonna be subjected to 80% to 100% healing, damage reduced to absolutely nothing until you press the specified FR. Queena's BT is not an 100% get out of jail free card, as we can currently see. The FR is making my damage kinda garbo, like 5 digits? 5 digits? I mean, come on, 7 can barely hurt them. 5? And for 20 turns? That's why you gotta bring certain FRs to cancel the effects, because if you don't, then you're just subjected to all the turns you take, plus the 20 turns they're gonna have to take, resulting in the only option being leaving the match and starting all over from scratch. I know, it sucks. Very important that Aerith does not slide up, or I can't take full advantage of all the turns that they're gonna take, similar to how the first match was, the second match was. The thing that the first 2 matches have in common is the first one, frame turns, so we know how those work. Second one is a bit goofy because those golems with the swords, you can't really move their turns. You can delete them, but you can't move them via breaks. So these situations we can take complete advantage of. They want to try to be cheap, we can be cheap too. Now there's levels to being cheap. Let's scale this. We got Quina on the team, Aerith BT, Kells is invading. Okay, we're like dollar store levels of cheap. I think it's appropriate, right? Cat Bats. They've been breaking the rules of the game since the early days. Cater, oh, I'm gonna dodge. Just kidding. You missed me and I still got broken. Wow, I have no remorse for what is happening to them right now. They deserve this 1000%. So that's a counter into a double tap follow-up. Queen is still cooking. Aerith Blast goes off. Oh my god, 40 million plus. Definitely better than the first team, but not to say that they don't have their uses. I must say it is kinda weird playing multiple matches in a day. Haven't done that in a very long time, but that's teaching tactics for you. You experiment with what's here, find out what could be better. Always analyze the weaknesses before making a team. It's like playing Resident Evil. If you know where Mr. X is, you can avoid running into him, right? Identify the problem so that you can avoid it, or either stop it altogether. Option B, you could just block with your face. I heard that's a pretty viable method. If anybody wants to try it, I mean, go ahead and post the results. Wouldn't let that happen to me though.